PulseX. How's it going? Welcome. Hope you adjust your volume now. Adjust it back down if you want. Probably won't be doing that, but every 30 seconds or so. That'd be pretty funny. How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the show. 7 days in a row, I think. I don't think I've taken a day off since last Sunday, so let's go. I probably will be taking a day off tomorrow. Like, that's factual. Facts right there. That's what they say. Facts. Probably take a day off tomorrow. But today is not that day. Today is not tomorrow. Today is today, according to the calendar, if you would look. Anyways, I want to go over a bunch of different bridging stuff today. So, man, where do we start? But I got to start with some, by the way, anyone, let me know if you remember this background, where I got this background from. It's pretty funny. It's a pretty good stream. Who is Pikachu? Who's behind Pikachu? Pretty funny. Let me put this up real quick. Let's just get into the fear. The PulseChain fear. Fear is peaking on PulseChain. Everyone screams new lows at the bottom, disbeliefs at every rip at the top. ETH at 1600, they called it dead. You guys do remember when everyone's like, ETH is dead. No one likes ETH anymore. It's not going to make it. And then, what's it like, $4,500 now? Sir Tom Lee started buying it. Some say Richard Hart has a lot of it. And there's ETH treasuries now. Like, all of a sudden, it was literally like magic. It was like, oh, wow, he's cool again. Yeah, ETH. I was like, it was the whole time it was cool. So I call it bottom 3x before FOMO arrives. Same playbook here. Fear new lows is dead. PulseChain rises like a phoenix. Mortal does some pretty good posts and stuff too. And he has this one. Always referencing March 11th. E1600 could be the bottom. 1800 plus days bull flag forming. And he's got the ping pong sticks right there too. So yeah. Anyways, I talked about yesterday. I don't. Till I see some catalyst event, everything is noise. I'm treating it as. But on the way there, you do not have to capitulate. You do not have to spread, FUD, or otherwise bail out. You don't have to sell the lows. Could just hang in there. It's always an option. That's what I choose to do. Pretty good. Anyways, I get to the chat. We'll get to some fun stuff. We're going to talk about all the different ways to bridge in PulseChain today. Put your favorite way in the chat if you have one. But before we get to it, I got some baller, interesting posts to go through. Here's another one. Bridges are broken. I guess it's like the opposite of the other one. The other one's optimistic. This one's a little pessimistic. Bridges are broken. The founder's MIA. There's no master plan, and nobody outside the ecosystem is interested. PulseChain is cooked. There's no liquidity, no collateral, no future. Officially ported out of PulseChain. Good luck. I guess officially ported. I guess that's they've left PulseChain. So first of all, best of luck to you, Deep Value PLS, the reserve. Best of luck. Hope you find the maddest gains, no matter you're in PulseChain or any other ecosystem. But I do want to give some commentary on a few of these points, many of which I disagree with. Bridges are broken. The official bridge, at least on the front end side, again, as far as I'm aware, the contracts, everything, nothing weird going on there. But on the contract side, there is something where I saw people talk about it. Well, Coffee was talking about it here as well. About a few days ago when it started popping up, there's no issue with PulseChain Bridge UI Wallet Connect not popping. It's just literally the Wallet Connect is being fixed. For now, try alternative links like tokensx.link or Gibbs Finance. We're in a money wallet. Do not click Google search for us. But yeah, very important. So we have that, which I get. I mean, it sucks. It's like, yeah, of course. You don't want to send people to the bridge and they're like, my wallet doesn't work with the bridge. This thing sucks. Like, yeah, want to avoid that. Whatever, can always do it. And then this one was the one. So Richard talked about if your wallet is having problems connecting to PulseChain Bridge, you can use other front ends, Gibbs.finance and tokensx.link. And somebody here mentioned too, the issue with the PulseChain Bridge is not due to the wallets, but the bridge website itself. It appears the only wallets that have not disconnected from where they last used it can access the bridge. This is a big put off for potential new user investors. So that's what I noticed too. I haven't had any problems using the bridge, but I haven't, you know, what he talks about here, and as well as, I guess I haven't tried disconnecting and reconnecting to it. So it seems like a pretty simple thing. Will we get a new bridge? You know, if we go to Google DeFi and click verify hash, you know, this is the verified gateway to the bridge app. Click verify hash, we can see the bridge version, and of course verify hash and stuff too. So still 108 on the bridge version. I imagine the fix will be, we'll see 109 again, automatically, the website automatically updates with all the stuff. And if we go to bridge here, actually, I guess I can test it, because if I just connect this one, I'll do connect wallet. Yeah. So if you're not already connected to the bridge, it does appear that wallet connect is like, just gives you this, which is supposed to, I guess what's it supposed to look like, a list of different wallets and stuff you can connect to. So yeah, that's what's happening. It does suck for new users going there, but honestly, like a lot of community sites are pretty good, especially Liberty Swap. That's where I think a lot of people are sending people instead of the PulseChain bridge, because they support up to 15,000 or 25,000 different, 25K now. It used to be 15K. It used to be like 7,500, I guess, and then 15K, and now 25K from base. I wonder if they're different from different networks. Let's see. Let's do Solana. Yes, this says 25,000, sorry, from Solana here. So this has been kind of the go-to, the new player for getting things like bridging. So kind of a bridge, kind of a cross-chain swap. I'm not entirely sure how to, like, by the way, I can't stop doing this either. Just look at that. That's pretty cool. Yeah, there's a whole, I have like a whole technical breakdown that CryptoSolve went through. If you just type in RHMax Liberty Swap, it'll probably come up like how it actually works. So you don't need to send people to the official bridge. Again, I acknowledge, if you send people here, it may not work unless you're already connected to it. Based, what we can see here, but just send them to Liberty Swap. Like, what is anyone's problem with Liberty Swap? I hear people say they don't like it, they don't trust it, all this stuff. I don't know what not to trust about it. Again, I haven't seen anything not trustworthy. It's listed on PulseChain.com. So if you need like this social reputation proof type of thing, if you click get started and you go down here, literally, well, I guess the bridge link doesn't even point to PulseChain bridge, it points to Gibbs.finance. And if you keep scrolling down, you got Liberty Swap as the first link down here on helpful community links. So I don't know what people are afraid of with Liberty Swap. Again, you never know, but it's like, I don't know. I've used it. It works great. It probably works even better now, and they keep just making different upgrades, and you can go to Solana. I mean, look at all the networks it supports. And the official bridge supports Ethereum. It could support more in the future as well. Probably not at this point, since we have, if these community solutions keep growing and all that. Base, Ethereum, BSC, like, why would you do base over Ethereum? Why would you do an L2 over L1? It's just cheaper. That's why the default. You can do a base transaction much cheaper than Ethereum. Again, you have security trade-offs, all that stuff. But if you want cheaper transactions, that's what base can be helpful for that. That's why it's the default for a lot of stuff. So base, Ethereum, BSC, Arbitrum, Solana, USDT from BSC and Ethereum, and DAI from Ethereum. So you can pay in this, and you can receive, you can buy essentially all these different tokens. So I don't know. Again, what are people's problem with Liberty Swap? Tell me, because I haven't heard anyone having. I haven't heard any. Yeah, no one. I haven't seen like a, hey, I lost my money in Liberty Swap. Let me know. But I don't think I've ever seen that. And it's been around for a few months now. Anyways, let me say I got to the chat. Let me know your experience with Liberty Swap too. I've seen so many comments about people having good experiences with it, but I've seen very few people have bad experiences. Penang PLS first. How's it going? You are first. Welcome, welcome. eBookie. How's it going? DJ Hex, the new FUD, it's the bridge is down. Yeah, it's not down. Like, that's the thing. Like, the contract's still there. If you go to, I get that it's, you know, what matters is, can people use it? And I'm like, half of people can apparently, because half of everyone's like, it's not down. There's no problem, because they have the wallet connected, and everyone else is like, I can't connect my wallet, so it's down. So the bridge is not down. I mean, you can just go to, I'll drop this in the chat, really good analytics site, Arkham. So if you go there, you look at inflows. So people are still using the bridge. Like, literally, how many times? 10 times over the last hour, people have been bridging into PulseChain. So bridge is not down. It may be harder to use, and there's indeed obviously a problem that seems easy to fix. Maybe they're testing stuff or trying to roll it out, or there's some update or something. But yeah, when it does get fixed, you'll see like 109. Like, even the bridge version, does it say it? Yeah, it says version 108. Probably one version. What'll happen, more than likely, it'll get fixed when they roll it out. Richard or somebody will tweet, new bridge is out, and you know, download the new ones if you're using the old version, all that stuff. And it'll say 109. That's what it usually looks like for this stuff. So aren't you glad we have great community solutions, Liberty Swap and others as well? So you can see the inflows, you see the outflows. So yeah, it's bridge not down. Bridge not down. I wish it worked better for everyone, but not down right now. Lady, EHEX $10. Yeah, let's go. If EHEX is $10, PX will probably be more over time. I don't know. Like, the ratio, what will the ratio be when if there's some epic pumps? Who knows? Maybe EHEX will pass PX for a moment. I don't think it'll last too long, but yeah, could EHEX pump the bull run? Like, obviously, like all the stuff we talked about a million times, like, and you go on X, you see people super bullish on it too. So why not? What am I betting on long term? PulseChain. But EHEX is there, and hopefully it pumps and brings people to PulseChain too. Let's go. Let's go, E-Type. Let's go. The Bendu, how can you tell somehow where to find the liquidity in all these non-RH bridges? That's a good question. I think there are, what was it? Didn't CryptoSolve talk about this? We did a whole stream. If you're interested in Liberty Swap and figuring that stuff out, watch this video. RHMax, Liberty Swap. Yeah, this one. This must be the one. Let me see. Yeah, with me and Fast and CryptoSolve. It's a really good stream. Everyone should watch it. If you're interested in like technical details of how this stuff works, it's a really good stream. So check that out. We talked about a lot of stuff, and I thought he talked about, or maybe there's some thread where he's did a breakdown and you can see the different liquidity and different movements and stuff happening there, at least for Liberty Swap. I'm not sure about the other ones, but we talked a lot about Liberty Swap in that one. Darth Hex, thanks for the repost. Appreciate that. Yeah, thanks. Elise came out of nowhere and started promoting Heath. I know, it was literally like, guys, everyone's so bearish on Ethereum. Like, what are you talking about? It's Ethereum. Nothing, like, what has changed? Did the technology go down 99%? No, I don't think the tech went down 99%. And then all of a sudden it went down. I'm like, again, I was just the whole time considering, yeah, it's just a matter of time. And all of a sudden, hey, we got strategic reserves now. It's like, yeah, somebody wanted to buy cheaper, looks like. Anyways, it's all the complaint about PLS bridge not working. Yeah, like I said, it's affecting some people, not everyone, apparently. And the bridge is working. It's just the front end, the official front end to the bridge doesn't work for everyone. Yes, problem. Not a giant problem. It'll be fixed, obviously. And everyone can go back to not complaining about the bridge it is annoying. Like I'm with you. Like it's like literally, I was in some posts where I'm like, I get it. You know, how are we supposed to onboard people with a bridge looking like that? It's like, I get it. It is not, does not make onboarding easier, but not the end of the world. ETAP, I guess you meant Liberty. Liberty is, where is ETH or WETH? Are you, I don't understand. So next one, I can't use USD. I can't trust Circle. I don't understand not trusting. That's what I don't get about stablecoins. I think at the super high level, like if somebody asked me, do you trust USDC? I would be like, what is the reason not to trust USDC? And I think the common answer would be because it's centralized counterparty risk. They can shut your coins off, all this stuff. Okay. Give me an example of when that's ever happened, other than like I imagine maybe some criminal enterprise that did something or whatever. You know, I don't plan on joining a criminal enterprise. So, and then it's like, okay, well, what's the risk? If you got $1,000 in USDC, are they going to cut it off right before you swap it to PLS on using Liberty Swap? I think not. You know, maybe you think differently. That's fine. And then it's like, okay, let's say, you know, you get super rich, boom, you got all this stuff during the bull run. PulseChain does 10,000x, all that stuff. And you're like, ooh, where should I put my money? Should I put it in USDC? Well, you know, I'm going to stables now. Where should I put it? USDC? Well, now it's like, all right, should I put $1 million in USDC? Can I trust $1 million? Am I okay losing $1 million on the off chance that it gets blacklisted somewhere or something? Okay, well, now you got a decision. Like, do you want to go in something more decentralized? But as far as putting it into, you know, using it to swap stuff, maybe there's some other downsides to that, but like if I want to buy PLS or Hex or something, and the only thing I need to do to do that is to get USDC on some network and get it over to my favorite coin on PulseChain, I don't have any concerns for that. But let me know if you have additional things other than like the principle of it. Like I get the principle of it, but you know, I don't like fiat on ramps and off ramps either, but I know they're kind of the necessary evil type of deal. I like Liberty Swap. Sometimes you got to refresh the page to have it work right. Could see that. Yeah, it's a great site. Sometimes you got to refresh, I guess. Liberty Swap, it's fine now, but it's a cross-chain swap, not a bridge, more complex code, more vulnerability. I would just, again, how I rationalize risk for using anything that has any risk. Am I comfortable? Like, you know, it's not like you have to do 25K clips. If I'm doing, I'm going to be much more careful with $25,000, sending it around, whatever, versus $1,000. So, like, what is the risk? So let's say there's, you know, you want to bridge over $1,000 USDC, and you go through all the stuff, and you just like, let me see if I can. Do I need to creating a Solana account for this? Don't do that every day, huh? Create a Solana account. All right. So let's say I have like whatever, I pay $1,000. They got the fee there. I receive $997. Whatever PulseChain address. You know, do not use this address. It's like I'm just trying to put in like a 0 address for a demo. Okay. I hit swap. Insufficient balance. Okay, so it's not going to let me do it because I don't have the balance. I don't have a USDC. But anyways, it would be like, what is after that? It will say, okay, what would it be like? Send it to this address or something. And you send it there. And then there's some vulnerability in the time. It literally doesn't take like a few minutes. I think I remember it taking a few minutes or so to complete a transaction. Maybe from time to time, they maybe have some like slowdown issue where it takes a lot longer, but most of the time it's like, it takes a few minutes or a few hours at most. So in that time period, someone would have to exploit the code, take the money that was like in the contract or however it works, and then you lose that money. Like, is it possible? Sure. Is that going to stop me from, like, so far that has not happened. Seem to have really good intentions. They seem to keep building all this stuff. It's, am I going to send, if they could support $1 million coming across here, would I put $1 million into this or the official PulseChain bridge? Official PulseChain bridge, no question. But like, again, I guess you got, maybe I could go by how much, whatever my crypto net worth is or whatever, and what percentage of that I'm comfortable losing on the off chance they have some vulnerability that gets exploited at the time I'm using it. You see where I'm going? It's like, it's possible, be aware of it. But, going on the internet, you could hit some virus, which is why you should not use Windows. Said that a million times. But people, you're not going to stop going on the internet because there's viruses, right? Like the ROI of going on the internet, even on off chance you get a virus, is, the risk is relatively low in certain cases. Don't use Windows. And higher in certain cases too. But it's not going to stop you from using the internet, using a smartphone, all this stuff, driving a car. I mean, you just keep going down the examples. So yeah, I've heard people have a lot of good experiences with it. I'll say that. Mitchell Scivive, genuine question: what would make you change your mind about RH ecosystem? Pain's been pretty bad for years. I'm still hopeful. Good question. Trying to think if I've discussed this before. Like, what would? Well, okay, I'll say this. What I've said before. What would make me leave the RH ecosystem would be if I look around and there's nobody else here. If there's no community, if I don't see all the people that inspire me all the time, going out there, putting in the work right now, working 24 hours, 18 hours a day, doing all the stuff, doing all the marketing, still creating content, doing all the videos, putting in the work, putting in the effort, posting all the time. If there's no community and there's nobody here to talk to and work with and educate and, pay forward the inspiration and create products to use and all that stuff. If there's nobody here anymore, that'd be like, all right, what's the point? There's no community. There's no product. But I would say the more interesting side is why wouldn't this work? Like, why won't PulseChain work? And I think it is unreasonable that it won't work, that we won't achieve glory, that RH won't win whatever battle he's fighting, and that we won't, it won't. I think it's unreasonable that this place won't become, the place where millionaires are minted, all that fun stuff. So I don't know, like, what would answer it directly? Like, if everybody disappeared, and I don't think they have. I think there's a lot of people who may not talk or engage as much anymore, and to each their own. Like, they need a break, go take a break. Great. I think that's just the effects of red candles over a prolonged period of time. But I don't know. I just don't see. I'm optimistic. I'm bullish. I understand the mission. I understand what this place is about. I understand RH and his, what he wants to do in the world. And I just can't see it not working. There's so many, it's kind of like, in Avengers, it was an Endgame. He's like, I see all these worlds, all these dimensions or whatever, all these in the multiverse stuff. I see all these places where we lose and only one that we win. It's kind of the opposite for me. It's like, I see almost every scenario where we win and like very, very few where we lose. So that's what comes to mind for that one. Good question. And hopefully I know it has not been fun all the time. There's been a lot of ups and downs, and hopefully, if you're still here, if you got bags, I hope to go to the moon, man. I hope so, and you're able to do whatever it is that you like to do. Validators still increasing. Let's check on validators real quick. I'm gonna go over to PLS charts, my new favorite website. Shout out to Hex Jita. Click bridge. That's not what I want to click. Click validators. Bridge is cool too, but validators is what I'm looking for. And 52.9. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this number went up. Pretty sure 52944. That looks a little bit higher than before. Was that due to Vouch too? Because I know Vouch has been adding. I'm pretty sure the number of validators there has went up too. If you're interested in Vouch, you could check that out too. I did some streams. I talked to Jexa and stuff on it. Pretty interesting ecosystem there. Finally, some DeFi with a cool token. Had some green candles. I think it's taken a break from green candles. Hopefully momentarily. Hopefully straight back up afterwards in a sustainable fashion. But I think it's pretty cool for some DeFi stuff around validators. And there's other projects that are pretty cool too around validators and all that. But this is the one that's captured the stuff they're building and have built and launched and stuff. It's like captured a lot of my attention recently. So Vouch pretty cool. Yeah, they even have like some of the top ones here. They have the Validator X and stuff too. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So validator good, number good. How many coins, Bifinus, how many coins exist now in the entire crypto space? Wasn't there some number like there's like 1,000 more every day? I don't know how you measure it. Like you probably should measure those with actually like minimum number of liquidity. I would guess 1,000 or even 10,000 new coins each day. There's literally factories, you can get, of course we got pump tires, there's pump bun, there's, a lot of different sites offer ways to make them, and they're kind of like processes. Seems pretty automated for new people and stuff, and probably bots too, creating them. But pretty cool. A lot of stuff. But yeah, most of them don't go anywhere, don't have any attention. I like the way Kyra talks about it too, where a lot of them, they're kind of like, what was it? I forget what the analogy was. I want to think of something like penny stocks. Like, there's like almost nobody trading them, only a few people, and then everyone else is trading like, the S&P 500 and all this stuff. So let's go be the S&P 500. Let's go. So everyone understand how to use the different bridges. So there's Liberty Swap. I'll talk about that. I'm gonna wrap up here in a few minutes. There's Gibbs.finance. Let's see, PulseChain.com. If you click bridge here, it pops up the window. Let me just, don't want to do the embedded one. Click there, it does the embedded one, but I want to go to, not the embedded one. Curious, connect here. Can I connect? Let's see. Okay. So this one, I don't think I've used, but let's see. Bridge, if I just type like 1 ETH, becomes 1 WETH. And you can bridge ETH PulseChain. Okay. Can I do other coins? Does it support on-ramps to Ethereum? So it's got different ones here. ZKP2P. We should see more. I think we're still kind of early. I mean, Liberty Swap's build out a lot of stuff on their side for bridging. And cross-chain swap, whatever you want to call it. I generally just call them bridges because they get coins from one place to another. Everyone understands bridges. Cross-chain swaps is like everyone's like, oh, that's just gets from one place to another. So when you say swap, it feels like the same network too. But I think there'll be a lot more stuff built out for bridges and make everything easier and simpler too. I'm guessing that, because I don't have any, it's not going to let me do bridge to PulseChain, but that's literally the one that's on the PulseChain website under bridge. If you click bridge. Oh, if you click cross-chain swap, that goes to Liberty Swap. Okay, I see now. And of course, buy with bank account, 0x Coast, ramp now as well. What else? Oh, there's tokens. Let's go to, where's the tweet? Yeah, so Gibbs up Finance tokens, tokensx.link. This one's also on pulsechain.com. No. Richard talks about it, but it's not on pulsechain.com. So if you go there, I can't remember if I tried this one before or not either, but it supports Binance and Ethereum. So if I click Binance and, from network. Okay, I want to send, let's just say BNB. Let's say one BNB, wrap BNB, we do connect wallet. Okay. Yeah, it says inefficient balance, but if there was a sufficient balance, you could go here and bridge from Binance to PulseChain. Also Ethereum to PulseChain. They have a bridge explorer here as well, and it can show you the different transactions. I guess just come across their bridge, I imagine. See if it loads here. Complete bridge. Okay, so yeah, might want to watch the beginning, but long story short, bridge works. The front end, the official front end to the bridge doesn't work for everyone, but if you have a wallet connected, it may still work. If you don't, then it may not work. And when they release version 109, I expect it to be fixed. Who knows when it's going to come out? Could be tomorrow, could be a week from now, who knows? But until then, there's other community resources you can use, such as Liberty Swap. A lot of people use that. But Master X, how's it going, man? Armando, good to see you as well. Appreciate that. Well, it's not loading for some reason. So that's the other one, tokens. What other things do you guys use to get money over to PulseChain? If you go to Go Real DeFi and then you click on onboarding, there's a whole big playlist here, 75 videos about, a lot of them have like short clips here on how to do stuff. Some of them are newer. 2025, how to create a wallet, how to bridge. I've even got some on Liberty Swap, and I got some more stuff. Yeah. So how to get on PulseChain from Binance. So if you go to how to get on PulseChain from OKX, step by step. So if you see that, you can even see what it looks like to do that with Liberty Swap. So I'll just fast forward a little bit, but so once you have your wallet, connect to Liberty Swap. Let's see. Let me get better quality so you can see too. Let's see. And you can see, one sec. So connect to Liberty Swap. And I think this is over, this is on Ethereum. Yeah, deposit ETH from funds on the ETH chain. So you send it from the centralized exchange. And then once it sends it, you go over here, check and see. You got some ETH, and then you can swap from ETH. Yeah, into there, into the USDC on PulseChain. And then, yeah, once you're there, you can do PulseX, whatever you want to. So there's that. There's, I mean, again, a lot of people use Base because cheaper feeds and all that stuff. On Coinbase, I think that's the, if you just type in like Liberty Swap, I should probably add some of these other videos there. Base, PulseChain. A lot of people have done, I think, whole series or like a lot of videos there. Yeah, Coffee did one. I think this is one of the ones I saw that was pretty good. And now they started doing the gasless transactions, so it's probably even easier. Because before you had to have like gas to do transactions and all this stuff. But yeah, this video is really good. Yeah, I'll probably add that to, save that to a playlist too, because it's really good. Check that out if you want a in-depth one. Any questions for a wrap up here? About to wrap up. Let's see. That's a few different ways to get on to, okay, I already had it on there. Cool. A few different ways to get on the PulseChain. Don't even have to use the official bridge. Liberty Swap. You got tokens, you got Gibbs Exchange, tokens exchange. I think those are the major ones. I think Internet Money have a in-app swap. So that would, instead of using the front end for the bridge, I guess it uses the PulseChain bridge, the official bridge. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, chat. But if you have Internet Money wallet and doing the in-wallet bridging or in-wallet swap for that, it may, that's not the official front end. It's not using the official website front end. It's using, I guess, the contract. So you can still should work bridging and stuff from there. So pretty good. Here's what needs a credit card connection. And the way they've been building, I would not be surprised to see it become like a super one-stop shop type of thing. So would not be surprised to see that. And that's the hard part, though, is like, getting everything to work in the US, it's hard sometimes. So that's why that's why some things are harder. All right, John, what's true? Believes the ecosystem at this stage. He knew what happened last time. You gotta want this. You gotta be able to hand your emotion to then you'll be rewarded. True. So hang in there, everyone. Hopefully rewards coming at some point. Don't know when, but I'm excited. I'm so excited for it. I mean, just all the marketing stuff has been pretty crazy too. So got any questions? Put them in the comments, put them in chat. And yeah, now you should know more about the bridge, all the options on PulseChain coming from all the different places to Solana bridge. I should at some point we'll bring up some metrics and stuff to talk about the different amounts being bridged over on from the other networks, but it's been pretty good from what I can see. All right, that's all I got for you today. I'll leave you with Big Pumpamental, Scivive, and 5555. We are out. This is RHMax coming at you with a message for all the crypto space out there. We want true DeFi, no admin keys. Get rich slow, wait, and you shall receive. See, trustlessly, just pay the gas, be no trustee. You do the work, you hold the keys, you buy because you believe. UHNW, I live free. Choosing healthy games keeps me feeling complete. You see, you look around, there's nothing better to believe, to hope for, to put your money where your dreams are, to watch it multiply by yourself, time to figure out who you want to be. But first break free from the NPC society. Richard's in it for glory, in it to win it. Nothing's gonna stop my Hex gang, stand up. PulseChain's the big pumpamental. Remember where it came from. Delayed gratification, inversion, power law, distribution. Compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. What's that make Hex then? Number 9, number 1. If you're hearing this, you're still early. Can you hear me? If you're hearing this, there's still hope. You are in. Richard minting millionaires like the Federal Reserve. Except we make the rules, so we get out what we put in. Plus interest. This man is on a mission. Work really is play. Hexings are his posse. He will show us all the way. Red Bull sponsorship is coming out the way. Outrage market is effective and okay. Hex, PulseX, Flex, Tex-Mex. Which one do you like best? Which one can't you forget? Which one you have next? Name me something better than own your own time. Generational wealth? Do it now. It's game time. Richard's in it for glory. In it to win it. Nothing's gonna stop my Hex gang. Stand up. PulseChain's the big pumpamental. Remember where it came from. Delayed gratification, inversion, power law, distribution. If compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world, what's that make Hex then? Number 9, number 1. If you're hearing this, you're still early. Can you hear me? If you're hearing this, there's still hope. You are in. Richard minting millionaires like the Federal Reserve. Except we make the rules, so we get out what we put in. Plus 38% APY. No IOUs, only 6-figure ACHs. Maximus Hedron locking tons of T-shares. Positive feedback loops make us go next level. PulseChain is the pumpamental. Tech and price performance mean the X's will be several. Richard's in it for glory, in it to win it. Nothing's gonna stop my Hex gang. Stand up. PulseChain's the big pumpamental. Remember where it came from. Delayed gratification, inversion, power law, distribution. If compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world, what's that make Hex then? Number 9, number 1. If you're hearing this, you're still early. Can you hear me? If you're hearing this, there's still hope. You are in. Richard minting millionaires like the Federal Reserve. Except we make the rules, so we get out what we put in. Plus stake it till you make it. Sci-Fi, 555. Ain't just talking. You have all you need in front of you. Difference between Lambo and just walking. Fix the money, fix the world. The best version of yourself. Wise, extend your prime.
survive, no, better yet, thrive. Crypto's how you get to the how and why. Richard ain't a god, but he's got the twerk of an angel. RH maximalism is the name of the game. Play it to win or don't play in the first place.